Somebody say local.
Greetings to all the family, friends and fans of DAsportsVYBEZ. We are here for another special person who helped shape Dominica football, a pioneer of Dominica's women's football, as player, coach, administrator, Miss Christina Sobers. She's going to tell us a story from inception till now. So Miss Sobers, speak to us please.
Okay. So I raised up in Roseland, home of Zebians. Now what really inspired me to become a footballer is seeing the whole Zebians team. They were not just a football team, they were like a family. They brought the whole community together. Clean up, Zebians. Food on the block, Zebians. So it was not just a football team, it was a family. So I raised up with my grandmother and my neighbor, Mr. James, pulling up on the porch, beating the drums after waiting for Zebians to come home if it's a victory.
That's Mr. James home over there?
Right there. His home is right there. He's still there. He normally sits on his porch every day. My grandmother is dead. But right there, the two homes next to each other, my grandmother's house and my neighbor's house. We stay right there, and that's where Zebians used to gather after the under the tree. We had 3 trees there, blocked up, and that is the home of Zebians. So I raised up with them. Sometimes they used to tell me, don't come, I'm a girl, come out there. So I used to take the ball and run. And then I become a goalkeeper because I really used to dive on that ball, take it and run when they don't want me to play. But I really get
Wait, so that's how you become a goalkeeper? Because you take them people ball?
No, I figured that was, I also like to see the goalkeepers goalkeep too, because if you have to look at Zebian's history, some of the best goalkeepers came from there. My uncle, you had Spraga, Bogo, Polo.
You're right on that.
All of them. Yeah, so we had a lot of good goalkeepers there as well. But I used to take the ball, run when they don't want me to play. But the whole family vibes they had there, the togetherness, that is what really inspired me to play football. Okay. And then the first coach, my first goalkeeper coach, Steve Norris as well. He is the one who told my father he had football tryouts, so said me, and he took me under his wing.
Okay, so take us to your primary school. What school did you go to? Primary school you go to?
I went to go to the primary
school.
Right there.
All right. And did you play football?
Not at primary school, no. I played football. There wasn't any girls football. I played football with the Goodwill Secondary boys as well. As the only girl at the time. But before me, Mr. Esprit put a Capri's girl to play. She was way before my time. Then in my time, I played as the only girl. And I think after me and Carla Jajak.
Okay, you mean when you say play, not just take a sweat, but
no,
you mean
no,
actually play in the competition?
In the competition with the boys.
As a keeper?
No, as a midfielder.
Midfielder.
Okay. And just take us, if you can remember, playing with the boys in the Goodwill Primary. Give us a little bit of that, tell us, give us a little.
Well, anytime
memory.
a ball kick, I was there. They're sweating in the yard. I was there.
Okay.
I have only brothers, and then I went to school with them. So when they're playing, that's why I used to hang out with.
So can you remember any competition, any competition, any games that you played in with them in the league?
In the league, yes. I also goalkeep for Lion Hats. Yeah, so it was.
That's another boys team.
It's a boys team, yes. So when the keeper was unavailable, I goalkeep in the National League. DFA, I think is not first division. It's first division. Yes, first division league. The boys, my brothers and them, we had a team as the manager of the team. However, we had a problem with goalkeeper. So when we don't have a goalkeeper, I would go in the game.
Okay. So in terms of women's football, when did you play your first women's football competition on your team?
In the inception, they had they called out women to try out to go to St. Vincent. I was really small, so I didn't even get a chance to play. But I made the team.
How old were you?
I was like maybe 12 years old or so. I was really small. I'm not just in age, but in size. I was very tiny.
Because you're still looking very young.
So I played my first game with them. I didn't get a chance to play. Although my coach Steve Norris believed I should have gotten a chance. But I think Mr. Nibs was kind of afraid with my size and being the kind of seeing the kind of players we were playing against. They were really big and I was like really small in comparison to them. So I never got a chance to play.
Okay, so you was at that time you was in high school. What school is that?
Goodwill Secondary.
Goodwill Secondary. And was there a women's football league in the high school?
No, there wasn't.
So all them this time there's no women's football, so you're still playing with the boys.
Yeah.
All right. DA Sports Vibes, we are back here with Miss Sobers. Miss Sobers, you told us that you made the national team at 12 years old in high school. What high school was it? Secondary. Yes. So, when you made the team, there was no women's league.
No, there wasn't.
So how did that come about? Tell us.
Well, one day Steve Norris told my father that there was a women's tryout, so he's going to take me along. Now, Steve Norris and my father were good friends, so my father sent me with him. So he had a whole bunch of women from all over the country just trying out for football. Steve Norris was at the time was a past national goalkeeper and a goalkeeper for Blue Stars. And then he took me under his wings. Although I didn't get to play, but he told me I was very good. But I think my age and size had a lot to do with me playing because I was really skinny.
Can you remember what year that was?
No.
Okay. But it was the 90s? 90s?
Yeah, 90s.
Okay. All right. So and then so you made that team on your first tryout. There was like how many girls you would say?
50 something plus girls, maybe more. There was a lot of girls.
Okay. And when you went on that tryout, you went to tryout in what position?
As a goalkeeper.
A goalkeeper.
One time.
Okay. And you made it as a goalkeeper. Who was the other goalkeeper who made it?
Glenda, that was the first goalkeeper, national goalkeeper to goalkeep. Glenda, I can't remember her last name, and Angela, they went to three of us.
Oh, so that's three goalkeepers.
Only Glenda played.
Okay. Yeah. All right, and when you made that team, where did you all travel to?
St. Vincent.
And how was that
5
experience?
We got a lot of goals, like maybe 5 love and 7 love, or like that.
Okay, so, and that was like the first ever women's national team.
The first team.
So you were there from inception.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Okay, so and then take us now to the first. After that, now when did a league arrive? A women's league.
A league? Maybe the following year. The following year they had a league.
And how many teams were in that league?
5, I think. There was Dubla, Harlem, Goodwill. There was about 5, I can't remember.
Okay, and what and you was a member of Goodwill?
Yeah, Goodwill from start.
And could you give us some names of those players on the Goodwill team? You know, some notable names at least, you know, the good ones.
Tona, Mikala, Jacques, Eileen, Madam, Cassie, Claudette, Thelma. It was basically the national team.
Okay,
It was
wow.
on Goodwill. Yeah.
Okay. And who was it? Oh, just come back to the national. Who was the coach of the national team? That national team that year before that year?
Nibs.
Nibs.
I can never forget Nibs.
Alright.
Justin Nibs. Oh, he gave me a lot of pressure. But it was good pressure.
Okay. It motivated you.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to the league, and Goodwill. You won Goodwill runners. Were you a starter or were you?
Oh, always, yeah.
As a keeper.
And back then we used to end competition with 0 goals.
Okay.
So only with a whole competition with no goals scored against me.
Okay. So you were the keeper and you were shut out.
Or most games.
Most games shut out. Nobody scored on you. So you was a boss keeper from start.
Yeah, I think I was more enthusiastic about it then. So so it's like the hype, the enthusiasm have a lot to do with it. I don't think it's ability, because I think now with the experience my ability should be better. But the enthusiasm is what kept me. So I would go for it no matter what. A ball coming, that's my ball. So it's basically the enthusiasm.
Okay. And Goodwill runners, when did that first league, did you all emerge champions?
Yes, all games were shut out, so you could imagine.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so taking it from there now, tell us now that you perform like that in that league, like you say, mostly shutouts. I would perceive that now you made the national team and you get to play.
Yes, and after Steve Norris died, I wouldn't even have a coach. I was most of the time the goalkeeper, coach, and player, but I wasn't recognized as a coach. However, I still on the session.
Okay. So then, tell us now that time when you did your first stint playing on the national team, like actually playing, not on the bench.
Okay.
Take us there.
Well, I was in Martinique.
Okay.
So I went to Martinique and we played, and I had that huge jersey on. So I remember stepping into the stadium and they laughed, like, that's a little girl. So they laughed at me until after the game because Martin scored 1 goal. And I had a lot of saves. My pants was down falling all the time when I going to make a save right in my leg, but it was good.
And
And it was raining, so the pants just couldn't stay.
okay, so what was the result of that?
1-0.
1-0. Okay, and so from there, you tell us how your stint as a national player. How long has it spanned? You're still on the national team, right?
Yeah, I would say that.
Yes. So how long would it? So
I need to do some calculations.
more than 20 years it look like.
About that, eh?
Because you made it in 90 something.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. Okay, and so from there you've been. Tell us who inspired you. You know, who you looked at in football that really inspired you to goalkeep.
Like I said,
Play how you play.
it started from beginning. We had Zebians players, and sometimes I was even on good terms with my uncle, but just because I was a goalkeeper, he'd come with me up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's go and do a session. I was vexed, but it's my uncle, I had to go. And then you had the Zebians players, and then you had Steve Norris, big inspiration in my life as well.
Okay.
And then after that, there are many others, you know, just looking at the game and looking at even people like Prince, looking at him play. It's just loving the game, looking at the game, and when you look at a specific part of the game, it inspires you. You understand? Like maybe a brilliant save one people make. It could be even the youth players that make a good save. It also inspires me. I don't just get inspired by the so-called great, but even the youth as well.
Okay. So tell us, just give us like a memory, one of the greatest moments you can of yours in action playing.
Okay, we went to Martinique in a tournament, and we had a last game against Antigua, and it come up to penalties, and I saved 4 penalties, and on the 5th one, the coach of the Antigua team said, no, we're not making this player kick, because he refused to make the goalkeeper from Dominica save 5 penalties. I saved 4, and it wasn't just 4 penalties only. I mean, it was difficult penalties. I myself didn't how, but you know, I saved 4 good penalties from Antigua.
Okay, that sounds like a great moment.
That was a very good moment.
Okay, so Miss Sobers, could you tell us, were there any players that would, when you come to play, you have them on your mind, strikers, attackers, that would really put some little fear into you?
Well, I wouldn't say fear, but there are some players you have to look out for. Naima was one of them. Well, she was unpredictable. So sometimes you just have to look out for how she kicked that ball. And also Brittany, she was a smart player. It's not really about power. I don't really care about power, but it's this, you know, the placement, the smartness in the game. You talk about local, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So some of the players, although I would have felt they're easily intimidated. So when people think I'm like provoking, I'm not really provoking. I'm a goalkeeper. So if I do something to mess up their game, they might throw it. So for example, Chazelle, she kicks well. She had a penalty, but before she plays a ball, which I maybe should have gotten a card for, and then I know she's easily aggravated. So I pick up a ball again and I put it back down, and then I walk back and she just kick it over back. So I knew she has a good kicking ability, but I knew she has a temper. So when I do that, it throws her off.
So you study your player, your opponent?
Yes, I study my opponent. So sometimes it's the calm players are the ones to look out for.
All right. Okay, so now let's transition now into your coaching, your coach as well. So tell us about what inspired you to coach the game.
Actually, I was about 18 years. I wasn't really inspired to coach. We were preparing for a tournament, and I was working with the goalkeepers myself. I've been a goalkeeper, and then there was some coach who came to the DFA and who said that this young lady should go into coaching. But it was ignored because they figured that's a child. Nobody took it on then. And then someone from Athlete Olympic Committee sent me and do a level 2 coaching course, which I did very well. And then I used that coaching course to do other coaching courses, which is not even related to football and to areas I wasn't even involved in. And then after, that's when they start recognizing in football as a coach, as a goalkeeping coach, and I did other programs. They sent me to do other programs.
Referee and so on?
Now the referee, I went as somebody to look at the whole. How do you say it? I didn't go as a trainer, but I went as
Like an instructor?
No, to overlook to observe.
Okay, observer. Okay.
So I went as an observer. However, I didn't just stay as an observer, I participated in that course until everybody knew my name. So Mr. Pendergrass would pass them all at SOBERS. The first day he made a smart comment to me, but he said that there was a young lady who attempted this course. She didn't last a day. By the second day, Mr. knew my name very well because I got into the program. I was able to use the devices they were trying to train the instructors to learn, and I knew my stuff. By the end of the course, I ended up being the instructor.
Wow.
For the
Okay, so
the physical instructor.
You also play other sports. What other sport do you play?
I play netball, I play basketball.
Okay, and any of them at a national level?
Basketball, I played netball at a national level a couple times.
Okay,
However, not very much.
Okay, and what other sport do you coach?
I coach basketball, netball, football, volleyball.
Okay.
What about handball?
Handball. Oh yes, and I also play handball at the national level.
Alright. And you are the physical education teacher at the West High School. So tell us about your experience there in terms of grooming players.
A lot of the players who were intended at West High School made it to national level. So even before they had national competition, because of my passion for football, we had a football team. So by the time the first secondary school competition came about, we were like first runner-up. We were not the champions, but we were the first runner-up. And then eventually we had highs and we had lows. So we had some good years, we had some bad years. But a lot of our players end up making it to the national level.
Okay, so you would say that you prepared them even before the league started?
Yes.
Or even in started, you had already been preparing for it?
Yes.
Preparation is key. Okay, and now you are from the coaching, now you're also an administrator. You are involved, you're in the FA. Tell us about that.
Well, I believe I have a lot to offer in administration. I was the manager for a team they called Lion Hearts, which died after my mother got cancer. I stepped back and then the team died out. But at the short period of time I dealt with them, I did a lot for that team. And I believe that I have a lot to offer in the development of football. So I went and I tried to, I had no expectation, but I went up for committee member first year. And then I got voted in. And then the second time I went up as a different thing, because I figure if I go for a higher level, maybe I'll have more say and more influence over the women's football. So I went in as the secretary treasurer, and I also won.
Okay, and so tell us in terms of women's football, give us a little your take on women's football right now, and how you feel what you feel it needed for it to improve, and what you feel about the state of women's football right now.
Well, I think more emphasis should be placed on women's football. A lot of people think I'm biased because I'm a woman and I play women's football, but I think more emphasis should be placed on women's football. I think that they need to spend a lot more resources on the grassroots from primary school. I think they need to focus on that as well, and then move on to the secondary school, and then that will give us a bigger pool if we can work from there, and then work. Especially we are shorting goalkeepers, train the young girls, train the goalkeepers from there. Make sure you get at least 4 from each school and work on them.
So, I would just like to ask you as a keeper, what do you think we can do to gain the interest of the young people, young girls and boys as well, to goalkeep? Because as we can see, we don't have much keepers. You're still goalkeeping.
Well, they could try to build awareness and raise interest by maybe getting somebody, a coach, to go around the country and maybe just work with the goalkeepers.
Like a full-time coach?
A full-time coach, yes, but to just build the inspiration to get the people motivated and inspired, and then the techniques and the training come about after. But as long as they are inspired, as long as they are motivated to do it, then that is what you need.
Because what we have is that most young players will tell you they want to play outside. Even you started as an outside player, you end up in the goal. But I know I see you play outside as well.
Yeah.
So the players are more inclined to want to play outside to score goals than to save goals. So what would you say to the young people out there in terms of that, to motivate them to want to goalkeep? How important goalkeeping is?
For me, I started playing outside. Nobody in Dominica know me as an outside player. However, I know my capability as an outside player. But I really love the feel of the save, the adrenaline. Before, I cannot say the same will happen to somebody else, but I like the moment before a save. Like a difficult goal and you saving it. I like the adrenaline rush that comes with it. But I cannot say the same for another player. So even if I tell them that doesn't mean to say it will work for them. You understand? We need to see what works for someone. For me, it's the moment of saving that goal. But you have to find out what makes another player click and how you can get that player to like it. So you have to just, just find somebody to work with them.
Okay, and one more thing, just to just inspire the players as to tell them how important it is to participate in football and other sports in general, as a female especially.
Well, although I never got the opportunity, but I can tell you there are lots of opportunities. I could count 6 scholarships I've gotten and I couldn't take because of reasons. I got a full scholarship from Canada. All I had to do, they called me when my mother was in the hospital with cancer. They tell me all I have to do is pack my bag. So I don't have to pay airfare, food, anything. So there are big opportunities out there. I got from Martinique, I got a lot of scholarships already, but circumstances I couldn't. Me making a child early is one of the circumstances, but there are a lot of advantages for footballers, female footballers. Imagine getting that dream job or going to school and study and you don't have to pay a cent. I mean, that's not always the case. A lot of people can have scholarships, but there are cases where you could get full scholarships. And not just scholarships, there are job opportunities, there are career opportunities, because you can have a job and not a career. So there are a lot of opportunities there for you, and not just that, even the physical appearance. I'm getting older, and then it's not even showing. Like I say, there's also the health issue of it. It helps build your respiratory, your cardiovascular system. There are a lot of advantages, so why not?
Yes, we really appreciate you coming out, taking a bit time of your busy schedule to come and speak with the Sports Vibes, Ms. Sobers. We really like to thank you for that.
Somebody say, Lord.